If you were to ask any random person what the most terrifying animal to ever walk the earth was, 99% of them are going to give you the same answer: the Tyrannosaurus rex. And honestly, it's hard to argue with them. With a bite force that could snap a car in half and teeth the size of bananas, the Rex was the undisputed final boss of the Cretaceous. In almost every movie or documentary, the T-Rex is portrayed as the largest thing in its ecosystem, an apex predator that looked down on everything else. But, as it turns out, Hollywood has been keeping a secret from you. Because in the very same forests where the T-Rex reigned supreme, there lived a neighbor that didn't just rival the Rex in size, it made the King of Dinosaurs look like a convenient snack. This was the Alamosaurus. Now, before you say, oh, it's just another long neck, you have to understand the scale we're talking about here. For a long time, paleontologists believed that the giant Titanosaurus, the truly massive sauropods, had died out in North America long before the T-Rex ever showed up. We thought the Rex lived in a world of smaller prey like Triceratops and Edmontosaurus. But then we started finding bones in the Ojo Alamo Formation and the famous Hell Creek. At first, these remains were so massive that scientists didn't even think they were dinosaurs. Just like the Dilophosaurus was originally called a megalosaurus, or how the Triceratops was mistaken for an ancient bison, the first Alamosaurus fossils were so gargantuan that they defied the logic of the time. To put this into perspective, a fully grown T-Rex weighed about 8 to 9 tons. That's a heavy hitter. But an adult Alamosaurus? Estimates suggest this absolute unit could weigh anywhere from 60 to 80 tons. That is the equivalent of nearly 10 T-Rexes combined. Standing at over 60 feet long, its neck alone was longer than the T-Rex's entire body. If a T-Rex tried to look an Alamosaurus in the eye, it would be looking at its midsection. To the Alamosaurus, a T-Rex wasn't a king, it was a nuisance, an ankle biter. Its name translates to Ojo Alamo lizard, named after the trading post where it was first found. But don't let the name fool you into thinking it was some docile cow. This was a wombo combo of prehistoric defenses. While it didn't have the armor of an Ankylosaurus or the horns of a Triceratops, it had something better: pure, unadulterated mass. A single swipe from its tail would have carried enough kinetic energy to literally liquefy the internal organs of a T-Rex. It was essentially a living mountain that the tyrant king had to think twice about approaching before approaching. Recent fossil evidence even shows that T-Rex and Alamosaurus definitely crossed paths. We found T-Rex teeth in the same layers as these giants. This suggests that the Rex might have been bold enough to hunt the juveniles, but once an Alamosaurus hit its growth spurt, it was essentially server banned from the T-Rex's menu. It truly is a testament to the fact that no matter how big and bad you think you are, nature always has a way of making something even more overpowered. Sadly, being the biggest kid on the block didn't save the Alamosaurus. Like the Rex and the Triceratops, this giant was wiped out 66 million years ago during the KT extinction. Because when a giant space rock hits the Earth, it doesn't matter if you're 8 tons or 80 tons, the extinction slander comes for everyone eventually. But the death of these giants paved the way for a new kind of terror. If you think a 60-ton dinosaur is scary, you should see the animal that took over the oceans right after the asteroid, a creature so massive it makes the Alamosaurus look like a lightweight. Check out my video on the 7 leaked sightings if you want to see how these legends still haunt us today. Thanks for watching, and until next time on Things Unexplained.